Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is your favorite host with the most, is your favorite Virgo, the one, the only, Candy, created by Candy. If you're new, go ahead and hit subscribe and don't forget to turn your post notifications on. If you owe,
what it do, baby?
Auntie loves you so very much. If you're new and you're just joining in, hey, I love you too. I'm at 6K. We're almost at 7. We're creeping up on 7. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being a part of this journey. For me, it means so much more than you will ever know. But I'm not gonna yap because y'all know I can yap. We're gonna just get right onto the video at hand today, okay? As you can see from the title of today's video, I wanted to do a channel introduction because those who have seen me, it was a while ago. So the new people that have come along, y'all haven't seen me. Y'all just heard me do like the voiceovers and that was pretty much it. But I wanted to come back on camera in 2024. So here we go. If you don't know, my name is Candy. Owner of Created by Candy. Also on Black Girl Briefs on Instagram as well. And I am born and raised and reside in the good old Tar Heel State, aka North Carolina. Come on and raise. Take your shirt off to sit right your head. Been like a helicopter. Home of J. Cole, Pam Grier, Nina Simone, Krispy Kreme, barbecue, real barbecue. Not whatever you think barbecue is, this ain't it. And Pepsi, the First Flight, the Crystal Coast, Mountain. I love my home state, okay? Shout out to all my Carolinians. Shout out to the cousins down south, South Carolina. Shout out to the cousins. I kind of began my design journey by accident. So originally I was a makeup artist. If you ain't know, you missed the era, but I was a makeup artist and I needed business cards, and I didn't want to use any of the platforms that offer like business card templates because I wanted my business cards to have pizzazz. I wanted them to stand out. I wanted them to be like boom, bam, bam. Like when you see it, you see me. You see like a very good visual representation of me. Now please keep in mind at the time I didn't have any like branding and marketing knowledge. I just knew I wanted my cards to be different and I wanted them to reflect me, my skill, my talent with makeup. So the only thing I knew how to use at the time was PixArt. So I got on PixArt on my phone and I made things shake. I shook the table and I made my business cards. Got them printed through Vistaprint. They came. I was so proud. I had posted them on Facebook and Instagram, and people were like, wait a minute, I need business cards too. And I'm like, oh yeah? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? Like, I didn't quite understand what people were saying to me or what they were trying to say. This one lady ended up hitting me up. She was in California. How did she find me? I don't know. Hit me up and was like, hey, like, do you design business cards? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I need business cards. And I'm like, okay. And so she was like, well, how much do you charge? And I said $30. I just threw something out there, just see what she would say. She was like, it's nothing. Literally, like, it's nothing. Here's the money. I made her business card within like a day and a half. Send it over. She loved it first go around. So I was like, that was easy. Oh my gosh, like, I can do this. I can do this. So I sat down, I made myself a price list of all the things that I knew I could create, and I posted my price list, and from there the rest is history. Like, I made like 2 to 3 YouTube banners, then those are like my next order, and it just kind of went from there. I didn't go to school. I've always been a creative person, so doing something creative wasn't necessarily the thing that I was afraid of. I was just kind of like, I don't really know how to go about this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just know I'm creative, and I can, if you tell me what to do, you tell me what you want, I can bring it to life. 2019, I kind of did it like, I wasn't taking it very seriously, but it was extra money here and there. And December 24, 2019, I quit my retail job because I was so stressed. Like, stress is not even the word. I was having migraines. I almost passed out one day. I was like, I gotta get out of here. And I knew I had design. I was like, I wonder what would happen with my life if I decided to take it serious. And I'm so thankful every day that I made that decision because I'm here now. I am nowhere near where I want to be with what I'm trying to do. But the fact that I even had the courage to just say, quit, like, I'ma just do this and it is what it is. I thank my past self every day. All right. New Year's Eve, I went out and I partied. I had the time of my life again. I love outside. I spent all my money. I woke up January the 1st. I was in the negatives. I said, girl, we got to get on it. I got on it. I got out of the negatives. There, your girl was hustling. I was hustling, okay? Hustling. From that point on, I was like, okay, I made a website. I learned about payment processors, fees, and all that stuff, and literally the rest is history. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my design journey and how I got here. Honestly and truly, I am just a testament of being courageous, a little crazy, experimenting, pivoting, and never giving up. So now I'm going to answer a few questions you guys asked me over on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, honestly and truly, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, after this video is over, go follow me on Instagram. Don't leave the video just yet, but once this video is over, go follow me on Instagram. It's in the description, so you don't have no excuse, okay? All right, so the first question is, how do I find clients? Everywhere. Literally, clients are everywhere, okay? From Instagram to TikTok to YouTube to Facebook, Pinterest, every social media platform, there's a client over there somewhere looking for you. People are looking for freelance designers more than you think. Pinterest is that girl, so go ahead and use Pinterest too. Also, don't be afraid to join Facebook groups. I know Facebook can be a little but I made a lot of money off Facebook, so use Facebook, okay? Advice to new designers: be consistent, be yourself, use social media as a portfolio, have very firm boundaries, know that all money is not good money. Get comfortable with saying no. Slow seasons will come and go, but do not give up. Your journey is going to be different than the person that you admire, so please don't get caught up in their journey because you admire them. Networking is hard but necessary. Please put yourself out there and your design style will find you. That's the advice I have for new designers. How do you content plan or create content as a graphic designer? So for me, I stick to the 4 content pillars. If you don't know what those are, it is these content pillars right here, and I pretty much pull from each pillar. Pause and screenshot. You can look up 4 content pillars on Pinterest. You'll find a plethora of content pillars and just ideas that fall under the different categories, but pretty much that's like the little formula you're going to want to stick with when it comes to making social media content, is these 4 pillars. And trust me, honestly and truly, it just makes your life easier to stick with the 4 pillars anyways, okay? Tips on how to create and launch strategy. Honestly, I feel like I'll have to make another video for this. To keep it very short and sweet, start 30 days ahead and plan out at least two to 3 months after the launch. I feel like a lot of people plan for the launch, they get to the launch, and then they have nothing followed up, and then it's like sales are like because of this. So 30 days in advance, 2 months out, pretty much like an entire 90-day kind of thing when a launch strategy. Now some may disagree, some may not, but that formula has worked for me. Again, I plan to make another video about this actually, so subscribe and stay tuned, girl. I want to rebrand my business, but I don't know where to start. Tips: start with the audience, because there's no sense in trying to do everything else when you don't even know who you're talking to. It's the best advice I can give. How do I price myself as a new designer? So first things first, I'm gonna always say charge your worth, but be realistic. Okay, and I think that's something a lot of people don't want to hear. It is a harsh reality, but if you're a new designer, then you may not have as much knowledge, or you may not have as many skills, or may not work as fast as someone who is 4 or 5 years in. So consider that when you are choosing to price yourself. But I think there's a couple ways you can price yourself as a designer, so I'm going to share 2, but I plan to make a longer detailed video about this. So the first way that I highly recommend a lot of new designers start off with pricing themselves is to just have set prices for things. So if you're going to do website design, you can do a website design for $600, and that includes 6 pages. SEO doesn't include SEO, whatever you want it to be, right? It's kind of like a package. Then you can have add-ons where it's like, okay, if you need more than 6 pages, it's $100 per page, that kind of thing. So have a set list with add-ons, and then whatever they choose, you just total it up and send over the invoice, and that is what they pay. So the next is you charge an hourly rate, okay? So let's just say someone wants you to do a project, you charge $25 an hour, and the project is gonna take you 2 hours, then it would be $50. That's simple. Now, I mean, most projects probably won't take like 2 hours, so it'll be 25 times however many hours. But when you take this route, again, you want to consider your knowledge level, your skill level, your experience, all these things, how fast you work or how fast you don't work, all these things, okay? And keep that in mind. Whether you take option 1 or 2, just keep all that in mind. But yeah, charge your worth, but be realistic, okay? I'm an introvert. Any tips on networking? So I'm extroverted. I don't even think I was born with a shy bone in my body. Like, I've never been shy. I can only give you advice, I guess, that has helped me be less nervous. I think this would be good advice. I mean, I've given it to friends who are introverts and seems to work for them, so I would say start by going to events alone. And I don't mean in the sense of like, oh, I'm just going to this concert, like, okay, I'm gonna go sit in my seat and that's just that. No, I mean, go alone and try to talk to people, try to make a friend. I push my friend to go out alone and make a friend, because I feel like once you're able to do that, when it comes down to networking, it's gonna be a breeze, like a breeze. Now me, I'm not a shy girl. I will go out and I will talk to a whole group of friends. I'll get in the friend group if they let me in. If the vibe is vibing, I will slide right on in with them. Like, that's just me. So again, I can't speak from an introverted standpoint, but I do feel like going to events alone and doing this, you know, myself even has helped me with my confidence and helped me be able to speak differently or speak more confidently, more direct, and approach people and say whatever I want to say and go for whatever I want to go for. Okay, it does take time. Be easy with yourself. Your first networking, if you do this enough before you're like your first networking event, or you find an event, a local event, and you're like, oh, I want to go to it to network, I think it'll be so much easier for you to do that versus just trying to throw yourself in there, because then your fight or flight is going to activate and you're probably going to get up out of there. So we don't want that. You got to warm up into it, okay? And as cliche as this is going to sound as well, whatever you think they're thinking, they're not. Whatever you think somebody's judging you or whatever, they're not. Whatever bad thing you think is going to happen, it is not. People are not laughing at you. Everybody's not paying attention to you. Everybody's not looking at you. Actually, honestly and truly, think about it like this. When you go to a networking event or you go to a concert alone, you go out to eat alone, just take a look around you for a second. I bet you it will take you a hot second before you make eye contact with somebody, because people are in their own world, okay? People think that everybody else is looking at them, so everybody's just like in their own world, or they're on their phones like this, okay? So whatever you're thinking, I promise it's not that. Like, it's okay. How do I avoid disputes as a designer? Before I finish this statement, I want to say that avoiding disputes is not, you're not going to be able to 100% avoid disputes, but I do feel like your entire design career, things do happen. People are weird. They're weird. Plain and simple, okay? I don't know no other way to say it, but they're weird. So I feel like definitely having a very detailed contract will save you. It has saved me. Have firm boundaries, have your policies stated everywhere, reiterate your policies if you have to, but standing firm on your policies, having a detailed contract, and getting comfortable with saying no. If someone inquires and you just are kind of like, I don't know about working with this person, whatever it is, you follow your intuition. If your intuition tells you no, the answer is no. If they do not align with your goals and your mission, the answer is no. If they don't even know what they want, what they got going on, the answer is no. You're probably gonna say no more than you say yes as a business owner. As a creative, how do you stay organized? This video is not sponsored. This is not sponsored in no way, shape, or form, but Notion. I love Notion. Last question, how do I become a freelance graphic designer? I would say start with doing your research on the principles of design, or the fundamentals of design. People love to say there are no rules in design. Yes, there are. And that is why some people designs be looking a hot mess, because they're not following the principles of design, okay? Do your research on that. Do your research on color theory. Please do your research on color. I'm begging you. Practice daily. That is what I did. When I quit my job, I had nothing but time, obviously, but when I quit my job, I practiced every single day, sun up to sundown. I was on my computer, I was on my phone, on my tablet, whatever I could use, tippity, tap, 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 getting it done. Practice every day. You will forever be a student. Never get comfortable. Learn every day. Practice every day. It's okay to take a few days off here and there, but when I say practice every day, I mean, like, if you're gonna take a few days off, you take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Thursday, you need to be on your computer practicing. You need to be up there researching. You need to be something. And I'm talking multiple hours, not just an hour a day. Like, you got to get serious. Have a solid brand strategy. Do your research on that. Now, in the design realm, you don't necessarily have to have a degree, but if you would like to take some courses or classes, you can. I mean, YouTube University, you know, it is free. We are in the era of courses and stuff, so I'm pretty sure you can find some really good courses actually that are actually worth the money. Do your research before you get scammed. And lastly, just be fearless. Put yourself out there. You are your biggest cheerleader. You will always be your biggest cheerleader, no matter how loud the stadium is. You have to have the most faith in you. As a creative, we see the vision. A lot of people don't. They may support you because they love you, but they don't see. You have to bring things to life for them to see. But until that time comes, you have to be 10 toes, practice, research, put yourself out there. And yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below where you're from, and if you're a designer, or if you found me and you're either a designer or you found me and you're a business owner, like you were trying to like redo your business or something like that. Comment down below, because I'm really curious to see. Like, I see the analytics, but like, I want to talk to the people. So where you from and what you do, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you are new. Again, hit subscribe if you owe. What it do, baby? Go ahead and hit that like button before you head out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.